everybody, and welcome to another episode of Unsealed and Revealed. That's right, we can clap, it's fine. You know what? It's just us and we're clapping for ourselves. I am Jeff May. I'm so excited to be here. I love this little setup that we have going on here. Super excited about it. Joining me today, on my right, your left, one of my favorites, Bree. Bree, give it up for her. It's just us, that's fine. Bree over here on the ones and twos is going to be taking all of your questions, comments, and concerns on Facebook and YouTube. So don't be afraid to ask questions. We got a lot going on in this thing. We got a really cool piece. On my left, your right, my co-host, my man, 6th scale expert, Guy Klender. Guy, how you living, bud?
I'm living it.
All right, I'm super. That's copyright. We have such a cool piece that we are getting to bring to you today. We have from Hot Toys, we have the 6th scale Luke Skywalker Deluxe Edition from Return of the Jedi. As we can see on that overhead camera right here, that guy's got his nice festive sweater on as he is going to, you look great, by the way. You look fantastic. Look at that officially licensed
Star Wars sweater.
Really excited to see this piece come out. A lot of really cool things are a part of this. So without further ado, Guy, I'm going to have you start. Don't be afraid if you are at home watching and you have questions, comments, or concerns to ask those. And Bree over here will take care of those. Bree, how you doing, by the way? I didn't ask.
I'm doing great.
I'm so
how are you,
rude.
Jeff?
I'm great. Thank you for asking. Without further ado, Guy, why don't you dive in, buddy?
All right. So this is the Deluxe, okay? We have a number of different versions of the Luke. However, this one here lets us do just about every look and some that we didn't even see in the film. Outer box, going to have our wraparound that we've been seeing recently. You have your Deluxe version, interchangeable looks.
That sticker is interesting. I haven't seen something like that before.
That's kind of a fun one as far as their version of it, which will only be on this one because of this particular photo here and photo there are a deleted scene in Jedi. So we're going to pull off our shoebox top.
That looks pretty cool.
Yes. I love that it's the deleted scene and that is an option to do. It really gives you something different. All right. Pull out the cover and let's take a look.
Holy hands.
Holy hands. Yes. What we have inside. We're going to pull those off to show. With it, we've got our gloved hands. We've got some of our non-gloved hands. And then we also have our light up saber arm. And we're going to talk about switching that out.
Yeah.
A little bit later.
Yeah, those are always something we want to pay close attention to.
Yes. Yeah, I've been asked about them, and so it's something that I want to go over.
Ooh, look at that flora.
Yeah, exactly.
So we have
our upper and our lower tray. We're going to take a look at the lower tray first, just to pull those.
This is really cool. We have essentially two bases, kind of a thing.
Yes.
Yes. It looks like, if I may, I don't mean to step on your. It looks like we have a Tatooine and an Endor here.
Pretty much. You can do either one.
I guess theoretically Dagobah, if you wanted to.
Exactly. So let's talk about this one. Let's pull it out and show it off. So we've got traditional base stand with nameplate.
That's for feet.
Yep, for feet.
I can invade your personal space. I'm really excited about this.
I'm loving it. That's one of my favorite things. Is
oh, now that cut makes me just look stupid.
Is having Jeff in the shot. So let's first take a look at what we've got going on there. Standard base, like you said, this could be our Tatooine, it could be the other, but they've given us a couple of other elements here. Okay, you've got two. One is a corner. All right, that it locks into one of the corners.
Oh.
All right. And the other is a flat-sided one as well. Now, instruction-wise, we'll tell you that this one goes in the back and this one will go in the front. Now, they are somewhat molded that they go along the footprint line up above here and along the back line here. However, you do have the option of moving them around if you wanted it to be in a different corner or wanted that piece off on the side to give it.
You could do that, yeah.
A slightly more bigger base.
Yeah.
If you wanted to remove the front nameplate, which you can, and put it here, and you kind of have him deeper into the forest scene, which is kind of when the
Guy, I love that
speeder
you have
bikes are going
plans.
past. We do have that option for you,
Oh, I like that.
which is just kind of a neat one
That's a cool.
to have.
Did that come with the other version of it? The 2 different options, or
No, this one here that has the Endor stuff
Okay.
does. So the Deluxe comes with this one here. As far as the generic one, no, it did not have the sand base. On the lower tray, the other items that are here are going to be your over tunic and belt, and we're going to get into that a little bit later when we go about our different looks.
It's an over tunic, but I like to think of it as his karate gi.
There you go.
Is that what he does? Is
Exactly.
karate? Was he karate?
He's the best
Skywalker
around.
He was a karate guy.
Yeah, he's
I
the
remember that.
karate kid actually.
Oh,
So here we go with our Luke. Or should we look at
that's Luke Skywalker.
our instructions?
Oh, look at these. It's so dangerous having me so close.
So
here,
close to the instructions.
that I can pull myself a guy and just start reading instructions upside down.
The only
What
tools
are you doing? Well, this
you're
is
going to
embarrassing.
need for this particular one, and it does, tell it in the instructions, is a smaller screwdriver. Okay, this is that one you see me using quite a bit, and that will be for the light up arm. So why don't we show that off now? We're also going to dim the lights at one point to show it off, and then later on we're going to put the saber arm on there. So you're going to have your 3 batteries come with it. I've already put that in to kind of speed up time for us, but I'm going to show off that arm as well. And I'm going to put it up on our turntable. Now this arm has his hero saber in it.
Ooh.
Okay. Now the
See, it doesn't even look like it's out of place because he missed that hand.
yeah, exactly.
You can have a little robot.
We're going to show a few different things up. The brass area up here and the black underneath are a little bit wider on this one, and that's to deal with the electronics. They're in there. The loose one that you'll see that you can have with or without the saber on it as well, but non-light up function is a little more narrow, a little more screen accurate, I guess you'd say. All right, so right there on the front, your screw, 3 little batteries, easy to do. We've talked about the little sandwich technique. They were quick. Let's talk, well, we're gonna put a saber in, and let's light her up. You'll know that you've got it going when you got a little light going on there. I'm going to
remove that lightsaber.
remove this one. Well, you like the action ones. Let's
I
see
do,
that.
and I actually think this Luke Skywalker deserves an action saber.
Deserves an action?
Primarily because of his wild swinging on Jabba's sail barge.
Yes.
You know, when he's swinging it like a baseball bat.
Like a baseball bat.
Trying to hit a bunch of bees.
So there is our baseball wild swing. You can
know I'm right.
place that in whatever way you want as far as that. Kind of go with the motion of wherever you're doing your hand. But the reason that we have it like here is so I can show you the mobility. Only about that far to the right or inner, but very full on the other.
That's fair.
Okay. Are we able to turn down the lights so you can see it?
Are we in a light situation right now?
I'm
I
not
think.
sure.
Super camera. Yeah,
Okay.
Look at that.
Yeah, there we go. Lowering it down a little bit. Obviously big and bright
Yeah.
in the beginning of the emitter.
Keep in mind, we
and
still
then the
have
white.
lights on in the studio.
Yes, we do.
didn't get everything
So-
off, but
But,
Oh,
ooh, wow. But nice and bright. That gradient style from dark to more light.
yeah, where it has like that sort of trailing off.
Yep,
feature.
in that swing. So
A
that's
really-
that one there.
A really fantastic. I love the action sabers just because it's such a simple concept, but in execution it just looks so good.
Yes. Now let's take a look at the 2 sabers that he comes with that are not light up function. Okay. I'm going to place them and we'll talk about them individually. I'm actually going to hold this one like a chopstick. And
Is
do
that
it
how
as
you
a,
hold chopsticks?
well, I have lightsaber chopsticks.
Okay. It's not what I asked, but that's fine.
So this one here is what's referred to commonly as the hero saber. Okay. This was used most for the promotional shots, but it also is the one that R2 shoots up out of the top. After that, it was a stunt saber, and that is the other one, and we'll show that. They are quite
Man, you're a
similar.
nerd.
Oh yeah, similar but different. This is the one that on the side there. If we go real close up, yeah, these are when we want to see some of the. You have that red and green little light that was there. The bar emitter on there, and as I said, this is one of the newer.
Yeah. I always felt like that switch would have been really easy to accidentally set off in the middle of a duel.
Exactly.
It's very bulky.
Exactly.
Like I'm not very skilled at anything, So I'd probably I'd be swinging it and I'd accidentally try to cut through a dude and my pinky would
skills with a lightsaber.
No, I don't have skills with a lightsaber.
And now it's Christmas.
There it is.
I got my gift. This one here is the one that we see him with most frequently, also referred to as the stunt saber, and was actually the stunt saber used by Obi-Wan in the first film, and they just repurposed it.
That sounds about right.
But it's got a little more beat up action to it.
Because of all the stunts.
Yep. Around here, they've kind of aged it a little bit more, but also it's got the little piece right here, which was when they were filling a screw hole, and the banding on it, and it does have the little trigger thing. Less chance of it going off.
There it is. This is a lot of information that I wasn't expecting.
Not on this
100%
toy?
honest. I was like, I want a 20 to 30 minute history on the Luke Skywalker's lightsaber things, and Guy's like, I've got you.
I've got you.
I've got you.
Well, that's it's one of those things where you go, why does he have two? It's again depending on the different looks.
He has 3.
Yeah, and he has a lot of different looks, and this figure allows for it.
Oh, Jabba.
Hey, Guy,
Yes.
can you do a lightsaber sound effect?
Oh yes. You mean whooshing or an ignition?
Whatever sounds more correct.
You had
to
your,
you.
that's your startup,
That was really good.
which is pretty nice.
The Stinger pistol.
The
Jabba's
DL-18,
Can you do one, Jeff?
Nope.
wood handle, and all. There is no holster, but that's because the character didn't have one.
Yeah, you took one off of Akrev or whatever.
Yep.
The Nikto.
Exactly. So that's his weaponry. Now let's talk about the head sculpts.
Hands.
Yep. And this is what sets. There's quite a few things that set apart Deluxe. And that's going to be here. I'm going to set our first head here. I'm going to take the figure out.
Ooh,
and
look
we're
at
going
that. That's a suspicious Jedi.
Yeah. And I'm going to remove the head on there as well, because I want you to see that you have the 2 heads. All right. This is what's really making it really fun. Oh, see now you're getting to play. I love it. Yeah. You're gonna do the turnaround.
I can't not picture these not on the same body.
I'm gonna do
at the same
chatting.
time. And that's weird. Like those Muppets.
Two-headed. You have your windswept look here. The hair on this, and Jeff could attest, it's just how tight. You're seeing the individual strands.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
That the light brown and as well as kind of the blonde in there as well. And this one here out of the box has the slight look to the side and the slight open on the mouth.
That's a Jedi that's looking to the side being like, I bet I can slice that guy in half.
And then your other one is eyes straight forward, but more open as far as the mouth.
That nice head of 1982 hair.
But now he can look like me. You can remove the hair.
Oh, and you can switch them out?
Yes. So what I can do is I can do windswept.
Wind sweep.
I can wind sweep.
Direct face.
On direct face. Now they have a magnet in there, so it's easy to swap out. Okay, you've got your magnet bottom.
I gotta tell you, man, the Uncanny Valley's really coming for me.
But that's that one there. So that's giving me like multiple different looks to be able to pull off. Now that we've got one of them off, we're going to do the next accessory, and that is going to be his Endor
helmet.
Okay, I'm going to move our windswept.
I knew it was a helmet.
Here, and we're going to talk about that one there.
I could hold them.
Why don't you hold the head? Yes. He's going to hold the head. And we're going to talk about the helmet. We're going to go tight up here so we can show it off. Thank you, cameraman from heaven. All right, we've got the little chin strap. It's got one little divot in and one little peg. You're going to open that for when you put it on. We're going to show it to you how to do it, but that's down there. Be gentle with it. It is a molded hard plastic. All right, so when we put the head in, you're going to want to be careful as far as not to scratch the figurehead, but I was able to move it just a little bit and I'm not concerned with it. All right, the fabric up on top is actually fabric. Okay, this isn't a molded plastic and paint, but it is a fabric. Now down along the sides, however, as I said, it is a molded plastic. Okay, and they've done all the weathering and aging on the side along down with
that looks really good.
logos and the brim. This could be held in the hand, which is probably how I'm going to do it. But I do want to show.
You can bash someone with it.
Exactly. But I do want to show how it goes in. So what I'm going to do is take that chin strap, disconnect it.
You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him wear the helmet, but I'm going to be making him hold his hair.
And he's holding his hair.
Someone like he snatched his wig. You know?
Let me see if I can do it in the overhead camera over here. Okay, when we slide in, just be careful on that. And I'm pulling out a little bit on the 2 ear flap side. Lock in with the magnet, spin around, and attach the chin strap like so.
Look at that.
All right. So
That is one safe driver right here.
One safe driver.
That is a man
All right.
who is following the rules of the road. Oh, and the chin strap would reconnect, right?
Yep.
I'm sorry. I know it's an area of delicacy, and right now that's not the most optimal thing of that. So instead,
Yeah, we're
I'm
turning around
just
a little
going
bit here, but
to
yes, yep, you've got the.
Steal your pliers.
There we go.
Your tweezers. I'm gonna do some surgery on myself.
There we go.
Careful.
Now it's.
Pull out a tooth.
Now it's.
There it is.
Now it's back.
Look at that. Look at that. He's a conscientious rider.
Yes, exactly.
Hey,
now,
Guy.
yes.
Which face sculpt and hair is your favorite combination?
The windswept is such a neat look.
Yeah, windswept hair is pretty good.
I really dig on that, and I think maybe for the. I mean, we're gonna leave.
Do you like side-eye Luke?
I do like side-eye Luke. We're going to, for the remainder of the show, we're gonna go with what we've got on here. So we're gonna go windswept. Mouth. I don't know. I was gonna say mouth agape.
Windswept direct. Mm-hmm. He looks a little like he's like, I'm gonna chop you in half.
Yes.
He,
exactly. Yeah, he's well.
you know, like a Jedi would do.
Like a Jedi may do. All right.
They have the tools.
Here's some fun stuff that comes with it, and it's the last thing that we're going to talk about where it comes to swapping out the heads and all, and hair pieces, and that is an accessory that comes with this deluxe only, and it is an edited scene, the Sandstorm scene. Okay, so it comes with these little goggles, and if we can get in as tight as we possibly can, they've actually done dirt on the lenses.
Are you kidding me right now?
They've actually done dirt on the lenses, which is neat. Now,
Guy, are you messing with me right now?
I am not playing.
You pulling my leg?
Well, a bit of leg pull. No, but yeah, they've even take a look. You look through them.
You
Hold them
my
up.
crank right now?
Hold them up and take a look through. This is neat having him here to do a little of that.
I'll be.
Okay, in your instructions, it's going to tell you about how to do the chin strap and helmet that we looked at, but it also is going to tell you a little bit about, with the goggles, it is telling you to actually remove the hair, okay, to do it. So what we're going to do is we're going to pull the hair off, lay those on the nose area. I'm going to put a little pressure with my forefinger and thumb to hold them in place. And then
It's pretty cool.
gently slide it on back to get the magnet. All right. Now I'm not sure I will
Yeah, like
Ever really
that's
have it-
really cool. But
ever
it's
really
a bit-
have it like that, but I do love the Sandstorm scene, and I like that he can hold him. In fact, in a lot of poses that Hot Toys is showing with this, it's him kind of just holding them in hand, and that's how I think I would be doing it. But again, really neat option.
It really is a cool.
Really-
What a cool, fun thing to do, though, were to bring something from a deleted scene.
From a
that was-
deleted
like,
scene.
Nobody, if it was missing, nobody would be like, "Where is it?"
Yeah. You don't have
If you didn't have it in there, they'd be like, oh, that's normal.
Yeah.
But so they didn't have to do this. They chose to, and I appreciate that.
And that just makes it, to me, a lot more fun. Okay, now let's get to the body of the figure.
That's unnerving.
Yeah, well, we're gonna put Windswept back. Well, actually, no, we've got him in his Endor gear. So
Yeah,
let's
Endor. Endor him up, bro.
Okay. When you're putting the head back in, let's take a look there. You're going to have the large peg down there. Just to kind of make sure that you're not crimping the black under tunic
No, you don't want to do that.
on there. But we'll snap it down on.
As you know, if you've been watching Unsealed and Revealed, we are a fan of the Luke Skywalker under tunic.
Oh, yes. We're big
the
under.
Last Jedi Luke, that was bad A. Am I allowed to say the other word?
No.
No.
Bad A. Having that Luke Skywalker in just the tunic.
So there we go, where we've put
Look at him.
the helmet on to kind of give it our Endor look.
He's ready for some guerrilla warfare in the jungle.
Yeah, well, I am definitely pre-ordering the speeder bike
Look at those boots.
to have this character like this. And there is a Leia and Wicket coming out
What?
as well.
Are you
in
H'ing
Endor
me
gear.
right
So
now?
that means I get to have a full play area, which is awesome. So I know.
Kidding me right
No,
now?
I'm not kidding you. I'm not kidding you. All right, so let's talk a little bit about the figure and articulation. If you're going to remove the Endor cloak, they are telling you to remove the head. So we're going to, again, remove our head there. On the back here, lift up. I'm just going to flop it on over. You're going to have two Velcro belts. The one up top is the one for the tunic. I'm going to undo those, lift those off, and
Ta-da!
tunic is off.
Now we have Death Star 2, Luke.
Exactly. So there's your tunic. The belt is in there. I don't see any reason to remove it, but I guess if you wanted to pull the belt off, there's no reason to. Next up is his Jedi belt on there. So yes, as you said, this is the Death Star 2 look. All right. With this one here, how does it differ with ones we've already seen? First up is it's no longer got the what was referred to as the fat suit. Okay, it's no longer padded. Okay, he's not padded in the legs or in the chest area, so it's a much slimmer.
It's a more
looking
Luke Skywalker look.
Exactly, much
never
slimmer
a
looking figure.
bodybuilder.
No,
I'm looking at you, Kenner, in 1995.
oh yes,
That power of the
I have
Force,
that.
he
That
was
might
all
be the first
jacked up.
power of the Force, the steroidal versions.
I was just like, damn, what are they doing on the farm?
Exactly. What's in that moisture? What's the blue milk? All right, so let's take a look. We're going to spin him around and discuss from top down. All right. As I said, anytime you're putting the head in, be careful around the fabric neck area. Just again,
Careful around that Nehru
Yep.
collar.
That's why I have the tweezers. I can just kind of pull it back while I lock it in place. The front chest
I was actually going to ask if they would have that part
can
where it
can
comes
pull
to-
down. I rewatched the movie a number of times, but I rewatched it again last night, and I was surprised at how rare this actually happens.
It's just at the end.
It's at the very end, and it is in a few frames when the Emperor first hits him with the lightning,
Yeah.
and then it's back up again.
Well, that's
it's a flub.
that whole point was to reveal that even though he's cloaked in darkness, that he has had the light.
Oh,
the
I
whole
love
time.
you and the subtleties.
See, I recognize things. I'm not as dumb as I actually am.
Working our way down. So yes, that is another look, of course, you can do with the figure if you wanted to do the
Just
end of
like
film.
that.
The reason I've got the arms out is for us to be able to see the belt, and we're going to do a little.
Hold on. Bree, what you got?
Yeah.
If you had the speeder bike, would you be able to put both Luke and Leia on the speeder bike? Do you know?
As I've not seen that Leia yet, I don't know, but yes, it's all in scale, so you just have to freeze
I don't
frame
know,
on your
but yes,
either your Disney Plus, your Blu-ray, your VHS cassette. If you have
Laser
it,
discs?
laser disc. I have all of these. I could just
Betamax?
really go nuts with it. But yes, that should very well be possible. Yeah, everything's going to be done to scale like that. As we work our way down, as I said, the tailoring on this suit is spectacular, nice and snug and tight. Okay,
It looks like he's trying to pick a fight with you.
Exactly.
In this photo.
It's a come at me, bro. We're gonna look down. There we go. I like having Jeff here to do
There
this.
it
This
is.
is fun. There we go. There's
Go
the
ahead. Now pan out.
there's the
Ready? Pan out, and it's like that's a very much like. Oh,
Yo,
I'm sorry.
come at
You want
me.
some?
You want some. That's the you want some. So in the belt, you've got hook to put on your saber.
Oh, there it is.
And there was one that was not used for anything. The front buckle has been aged and pre-scorn with that, if you can see that.
Nice little distressed belt buckle.
The distressed. And
Also
then
known as all of my belt buckles, if you know what I mean.
then you have his pouch on the back.
Yeah, I get
This pouch on the back has also been distressed, so you can kind of see that reddish brown undertone when I hit the sides a little
Man, that's cool.
bit there. It is stationary. Okay, you can't. That's not a movable piece.
Oh, I thought you meant there was going to be like a
No.
little notepad. in the
However, on the very back, on the very back, it is a Velcro, and you're going to be removing that. There's also little Velcro spots in the front, on the actual costume, 2 on the waist area, okay? And then it has them on the inside of the belt.
Why are we removing this?
When you do your Jabba Palace look,
Okay.
with the other tunic. All right. And also has the Velcro on the back. So that's if you're going to do that look. All right. But now while we've got it off, we're going to kind of work on the articulation. Shoulders are going up. about
I'm really
90.
glad I can't legally make him say things because I'd be going to town right now. I just want it on the record that I would 100% be making him say
making him speak.
generally tonally aggressive things. And it's best that we don't do that. I'd probably give him like a Boston accent.
So, got the full range of motion. That looks like he's going into surgery, doesn't it? His hands have been washed. He's got
Or he just
one glove on.
Or he realized what he just did on Jabba's sail barge. The amount of lives
we can again do our Christmas movie
Did I just do a mass murder? He would think?
that we've talked about. But again, you've got that for your articulation. You've got your cut bicep joint up here. Full rotation down on the wrists as always. Let's see our side bend.
Ooh, I do those stretches when I go to yoga.
Yes.
Do those side stretches. They're good for your sides.
They are.
So
I call them old-timey stretches.
our side motion and our to the back, forward.
Good for that windswept hair.
Yep.
Looks like he's...
Well, he's. I guess if you're gonna do the Sandstorm scene, you'd maybe walking against the wind. But it is neat to have on that one there.
Hey, that's really good.
And the tailoring on that suit really allows it to not bunch up.
Yeah, it looks
Much.
great. Do the ankle joints?
Yes, they do. Now this is
supinate and
yep.
pronate?
These are a full leather boot. Whoop, a little pop there. Which we can remove him. He's gonna take his boots off. Sit by the fire.
It's good. Oh, you know what? You don't know. If you go to Dagobah, you want to switch them socks out a little bit.
All right.
Look at that. I made you do that and then
It's all right.
popped his little footy off.
That's all right. It's good to know that
Is on a little joint,
Is
yeah.
on a joint that you can do.
I guess that makes sense, though, because what else would it be if it's going to be flexing and all
Yes.
that?
But yes, you do have put it up on the turntable there. We do have our supinate and pronate, our forward and our back. Now this is a full boot as
Flex and extend.
Yep, we've shown flex and extend. We've shown on some of our other ones where the upper calf area of the boot is a separate piece. These are all
Not
one.
this guy.
Not this guy. But since we've got the
I was going to say,
boots
while we're
up,
here.
it's
Ooh, I was doing this in yoga, too.
there, and there we go. Look at that. We're doing
Happy baby pose. We'll just
happy baby pose.
Right.
Happy baby pose.
tread watch.
It shows us our tread watch. These are the slick boots.
Look at them. Look at them slick
All right.
booties.
Slick boots.
Not much of a tread to watch for, but we got it.
But that does allow us to show off.
Now, if he puts his hand behind the back and then he touches his elbow to his knee, then that's going to be really good for his core. It's going to be really blasting his obliques.
So, okay, so core workout. We are planning on doing an episode where Jeff will do odd poses and I have to make the figure do that.
Why? I don't know what you're talking about, Guy.
This being
is not
one
something
of them right
I would
here.
ever do.
So that's going to be on an upcoming episode. But anyway, you've got quite a bit of flexibility in there. Now let's take a look at the other looks.
Knees.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Our other looks and all. I just want to make sure that. Oh yeah, we're good and locked in there on the feet. Yeah, I guess he'd be standing a little strange if he wasn't. All right. Now let's take a look at the additional hands that we've been given.
So many hands.
In your tray that you're going to get, you have 2 extra wrist pegs. You've got your 3 batteries. And inside, this is kind of a fun one. They've given you a little baggie with 1 little metal dot. And that little metal dot is if, when you're playing with the belt, and you accidentally knock one off.
Really?
So if
perchance
you knock one of them off, very delicately, I guess you can replace it.
Man, Hot Toys, good for you.
So different hands that we have. For our gloved hand, or our right hand, we have 2 gloved options and 1 ungloved. 1 gloved option in more of a hold our blaster.
Hold the gun.
Okay, so that holds our blaster.
Well, let me see. I'll play.
Yep, put that in there, please.
I'm gonna.
The other is standard fist. All right?
We call that the Kit Fisto.
Oh, I like it. And then one I really dig that they've done, an ungloved.
Is that the shot in the hand?
Yeah, I'm actually going to put it on the...
Isn't that where the Klaatu?
Klaatu shoots him on the sail barge.
I knew that.
So, I mean, and it's got the wet look in there, and it's got the mechanics moving through it, skin tones, and the char around it. So it's a really neat one to have. And yes, it's pretty scene specific for just one moment, but I really dig it. I think it's a neat one.
I think they caught me right in the middle of a yawn when I did that. I was going to say, it was really... Well, can we talk about how good it is for that Klaatu to really nail him right in the hand?
Right in the hand.
An expert move. He
hand
got murdered immediately after that, but, you know.
The hand that he comes with is the one right there, which is more of an open...
Kind of like a forcey hand.
Mm-hmm. But
a kind of a, you will take me to Jabba now kind of a hand.
There's with blaster. With our DL-18.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. While I pull out the other outfit options, I would like you to select what his left hand is going to be. Please.
Hey, Guy.
Yes.
Does this come with the Jabba Palace robe?
No. Okay. That was one I'm glad you asked that question. Can I do every single look that he has in the film? And there are 2 pieces that this does not have, and that is the Jabba cloak, and he doesn't have the bindings for when he's taken to the Emperor. Other than that, he has all of them. And as bummed as one can be about not having that particular one, I'm liking that he has this other stuff. I'll take 2 head sculpts with 2 different eyes, 2 different, giving me 4 technically.
Yeah.
And I love the deleted
With the Endor
scene.
poncho and the other one that we're going to see in a little
Exactly. Yep. And we're going to...
I have chosen...
You have chosen?
Using the Force hand one.
Okay.
Because while he's holding the gun, I like to think of him as like kind of calming someone down with the Force and then blasting them right in the eyes.
So, okay. Now, where are you from? Boston?
No. I represent my home very, very specifically. Or it could be doing something like very Italian.
Okay, yes. This is the come on over here. I got a problem with you. But I like it. Good choice. Good choice. Okay, let's put on our outer tunic.
Smock.
Now, they come wrapped on these little kind of cardboard things. It's almost like having a hanger. Keep those. It's good to have it on there so it's not all bunched up later on. And then underneath,
new belt.
New belt.
It's like a sash belt.
Actually, when I watched it again last night, I found out that he really does not have his whole utility belt up until the very, very end.
Because there's a scene that's deleted where he's creating batarangs to go in his utility belt.
Yeah, why didn't they keep that in there? I don't understand why they didn't get that in.
I'm glad they filmed it though.
If you're going to put on the outer tunic, you're going to take the arms backward.
Oh, like skiing Luke.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a ski jump Luke. Slide up and over. Sorry.
Looks like he's going to Aspen with that or something like that, with that nice sweet vest.
Then I'm going to move the arms upward, and then I'm going to
fasten that.
Yep, I'm going to lay down the other and cinch it. So this is where we see him with Jabba in the beginning.
It looks like you're swaddling him. You had him like pressed up against your chest.
I love my toys. And
you
now
sure do.
It's ridiculously obvious, isn't it? So that is our tunic there.
There he is.
All right.
Look at Mark Hamill.
Here's what I want to do. Let's see. He doesn't, like I said, he doesn't have the utility belt in this. So if you want to do your saber, I rewatched the scene, and I would loosen it in the back, Velcro-wise, give it a little space. He actually tucked his saber in it for that swing moment, our repeat of our swing we had in New Hope.
Oh.
All right, so we can kind of do it that way, if so. Again, just getting, with this deluxe, you're getting an opportunity to do all of the different looks.
Look at that. Look at the way
that you want to do. Yep, thank you for that.
I'm helping.
You are helping all kinds. He actually wears the belt from this a little bit more frequently in the film.
It's a good belt, man. Mm-hmm. That's a belt you can wear going out.
Yeah.
Just lounging around at home.
All right, so I'm going to take the outer tunic off there and show the other option for our wardrobe change. And that wardrobe change is going to be the deleted Sandstorm scene. I just think it's really neat that you would do a deleted scene.
You know what's funny is I've never actually seen that
scene.
Scene, yeah. You have, because you've been explaining it to me a lot.
Yes,
since
exactly.
you came in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Before we filmed, you were like telling me all about the scene. I'm like, man, I'm a terrible fan.
Oh yes.
I've never even seen this.
There are. I think it's probably on one of the sets, and I know it was on a CD-ROM game and making of years back.
Okay.
I
like that.
I had. Okay, your next outfit is this one here. We're going to go with an overhead to show it. This is your Sandstorm scene. It's going to come kind of pre-crushed and bundled. All right.
Because it's supposed to be like that.
Yes. I'm going to slide out that holder.
First thing you have to iron it. Real
Exactly.
Get them wrinkles out.
Get them, yes, dry clean. All
All
right. It does have its own section in the instructions. But what it's telling us in the instructions, that is something I'm sure people are going to want to ask about, is it's saying avoid the cloak being on the head for a long period of time. So if this was one you're going to use, don't do it for too long. All right?
Why is that?
It's saying that possibly there could be a transfer of paint
onto the cloak?
Yep.
Or onto the figure's hair?
Cloak.
This doesn't seem like a very highly painted...
Yep, it just says the color of the fabric may transfer onto the figure.
Oh, so yeah, no, dye. Okay, so the fabric dye.
Fabric dye. Now there is a bit of wiring right around the hood area of it. So I'm just going to set that in hand if we wanted to have it over. All right. But this is what,
pretty cool.
you know, you're gonna play with it to, you know, there's, like I said, the wiring in there. There's a few hidden wires, so I can do that blown back look.
Well, that's pretty rad.
Okay, so
What a cool and fun thing to have in there.
so, boom! If I want to have that kind of windswept look, it's a neat option, and I think it's kind of really fun and very different to have that. So, Bree, how are we doing on any questions in particular? Or am I hopefully covering most of your questions?
We did get a request to put the Sly Eyes head back on.
Oh, okay. You like Sly Eyes?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Make him wear the helmet, though.
No. You're
Keep the helmet on all time.
for safety purposes.
You got to protect his soft spot.
For safety purposes. All right.
We're also wondering if there's a speeder bike in the vicinity, but I don't believe
I don't think
there is.
There's one on display.
There's one on
the main
display in the
campus,
lobby,
I
but
think.
I don't have keys, or that case would be empty.
No, we're not going to do that.
So sorry
But
about
the
that.
speeder bike looks awesome.
But the speeder bike does look really great. Okay, well now you want the side eye. Do you want? And I need to know really quickly. If I'm doing side eye, am I doing standard hair or windswept hair?
I mean, that's not going to come as quickly as we think.
Let's change the hair, right?
Let's mix it
Because
up.
Okay,
Yeah.
standard hair.
might as well
Standard
change
hair
it.
and side eye.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
look
right.
at him figuring out. Looks like he's at a used car dealership trying to find the least shady salesman. You know? I don't know if I trust this guy.
The least shady individual.
Yeah,
So I love that,
not easy at a dealership, you know.
particularly on any of the worlds that he inhabits.
Yeah, right. You got to get that Sorrel Sub land speeder. You know, you gotta,
Yeah, the T16 is going to
yeah.
be.
I mean, when he sold his to Weolzia, he could have gotten way more credits for it, but he just had to sell it quick.
I like that you know exactly who he sold to.
Yeah, of course I do. I'm a bad person.
All right. So there we got a different head sculpt on him.
Look at him.
I have been asked earlier prior to the show, and I do want to go over how to switch out one of the arms, the light.
Oh yeah, the
arms.
lightsaber arm. Yeah.
The lightsaber arm. All right, because it can be a little frightening where you're like, I'm not sure if I want to pull the whole joint off.
Perhaps we should switch out this arm for one with a lightsaber.
God, I love that. God, I love that. That's never going to get old for me.
Same.
So, okay, so here is our arm that we're using, that we're going to be swapping out. Where it connects is going to be above the elbow joint. All right? A lot of this you're going to want to do via feel. Okay, remove the hand. You're going to be doing that.
That happened to him in Empire.
Exactly. All right. I don't need to pull the fabric all the way back to get to it. I'm going to do it, like I said, via feel. Try first with your hand. See if you can give it a little pressure and get it to release. If not, this is what I wanted to show you. We'll put Luke's head back on. This is how.
I'll save him.
There you go. This is how you can do it. A thin cloth, be it a t-shirt or other,
A dining napkin.
a tiny napkin if you happen to have one. Okay, I'm gonna wrap that around that forearm. I'm gonna put my pliers on there and just give it a little pull. Okay, the reason I'm doing the pliers is just to, or doing the cloth is I don't want to.
Put teeth marks into the.
Exactly. So it's just, you're gonna want, whoopsie, I wasn't even on the arm.
Well, I mean, you've buried the arm under a cloth.
Exactly.
That makes sense.
But you'll give it a little bit of a pull. So let me do this here. Jeff, you talk us through some other stuff while I work with
While
him.
you're working on that, yeah, this is the fun part where Guy has to do something that is slightly complicated.
Yes.
So I get to essentially vamp for a while
Yes.
while I'm holding this this head right here. I have been fascinated. I've been fascinated by these heads, and it is dangerous that I am this close. Hey, look at that. Let me get that out of the way. It's dangerous that I'm this close to Guy when he's doing this because I just want to play with these the whole time. All the
Me
different heads, all the different hairs. Look at that.
Really cool. I love that you can take the hair off.
You know what this reminds me of is what's that movie with Poe Dameron where he made a robot lady?
Oh,
You remember that
Ex
Machina.
Ex Machina.
Yeah. It kind of has that vibe. I don't know why I forgot the name of that.
All right. So.
Oh, are you done now?
Yep.
Successful vamp.
Successful, yes.
Good job.
So
Jeff.
we've removed. All right. Now,
Almost everything.
when you're going to set it back in, again, you're going to do this by feel. I'm going to gently put the arm into the sleeve. I said be as gentle as you can working it through. Boom. Once I'm up to here, that's where my joint is. I want to kind of move it around and make sure that I have that back elbow joint part on the saber arm toward the back. All right.
You're find it through there. You're snaking it through the sleeve.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
I mean, the sleeve provides you with enough guidance too that you're not going to be too like bothered by it.
It's not real bad. Give it a little push. You're going to hear 2 clicks, and boom, there we are in. All right. Thank you. Now we can put the head back on. All right. So there is our sabered hand.
Look at that.
Okay, so that's the swap out arm. As I said, yeah, it's definitely something that you get a little iffy about, but don't be. Just take it slow. I actually sped it up a little bit, but that's because I tried it once before to show how to do it.
Cheated.
Well, no, just to make sure that we were good on that. But now let's light him up. So we're gonna pull that sleeve back. Boom. Throw in an action pose.
Let's do it the regular saber for now. Like the museum pose saber.
The museum pose saber.
Yeah.
Hey, Guy.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to pose him on the base with the foliage? Some
I
people
think that's how
wanting
I think that's how we're gonna finish it. Let's get some lights off here if we can get a super cameraman Brett to cut these lights. The brightness, like the green lightsabers, are really good for this.
Yes,
they look
the green ones really show it off.
I mean, they all look great, but this one, I mean, it's just phenomenal. And so you could have him doing all sorts of blocking maneuvers.
Mm-hmm.
You know, look at that. You're trying to shoot him in the face, not me, because I'm not putting words in his mouth, because that is against the rules. But look at that. He's blocking it. I can block stuff. This is what you do when you have people come over. You're like, look what I can do with my Luke Skywalker. And then you do that. Man, I have a big hand. Look at that.
You do.
But yeah.
But your hand is 1/1 scale.
I
Where
have
the
a
figure
1
is
by 1,
1/6.
yeah.
So, hence the difference. Okay. Again, I'm doing this
And it's, his foot's there, right?
backwards. Yep. But you can.
Yeah,
This
right
is. I don't have my crate version, Luke, but this may be the same base with a different paint
just a sand
because it's
paint
got
instead of a snow
the
paint.
scratching there. But there's how you can add some. But I'm gonna move the figure and base down onto the
Yeah, it's not the
table because I want to show that you can kind of do it a few other ways. All right, from the overhead camera, from here, you'll see that right here kind of has a divot and there.
Yeah.
But if I wanted to move stuff in the front, I could move, I'm going to move his foot, move this here. You can remove that front plate and there. So if I wanted my Endor,
you want it to be a bit more of a deep Endor. Yeah.
deep in the Endor where he's blasting at the speeder bike, I have that option. It's neat to have these kind of. I really dig on them. I was again watching the movie again last night and how big the ferns are and stuff. These aren't exaggerated in size. These are just how big they are.
That's what they're like in the California National Redwood Forest, right? Ooh, leave him like that.
This is when
that's
I
my
play
display
Luke
booth.
Skywalker in the forest. That's how I look.
Hey, Guy.
No, that's not how I look. Yes.
Thanks, guys.
Does his articulation allow for you to have him hold the lightsaber like a baseball bat with two hands, like swinging back?
Let's grab our second hand and do that.
Let's find out.
Because we do have, with our left hands, our skin hands, we do have the whole
Skin hands.
skin hands. That's probably we'll come up with a better term.
No. You've already come up with the better term
for next week.
Skin hands. Welcome to another episode of Skin Hands.
Mark Skin Hands. That film did horrible.
Mark Skin Hands. Tim Burton lost his gas that time.
Yeah.
Pull it off.
Like, I don't know.
So you want to do an intense swing? So you have that.
The effect.
There it is.
All right.
He looks like he's like, I'm gonna slice you in half with this thing.
Yeah. Again,
He has that vibe.
you know, you're gonna.
That's a good vibe. You see this lightsaber? You're about to.
You're about to. You do have it. Again, there are so many pose options. You know, I can't go through all of them, even though I'd love to.
Oh,
but
you
it's-
will when you get home.
Yes.
We know.
But it is definitely your choice. What I liked about the way Luke fights in this one and all is he had that much more European fencing jousting. There was a lot of even you see his front foot going.
Parrying and
the parrying and all, particularly at the end with Vader. So I like that you can.
Which is funny because I have this mild obsession with him on Jabba's sail barge, just wildly swinging it. Like he's being attacked by bees.
Yes, he goes wild then, but later on it's very.
You're like, oh, you took a class.
Oh, I had time to swing by.
Yeah, he's gonna stop by one of those stage combat classes.
Whoops.
Whoop. Wow, you did what the Emperor couldn't. Took out Luke Skywalker.
Took out Luke Skywalker. I realize I don't have his belt on him now.
Wow, a beltless Luke Skywalker.
Beltless,
I'm
he's.
out.
But there we go.
What pose are you gonna go with generally?
I'm gonna have him.
Endor,
I'm gonna probably have him in Endor.
I would do the same. I love that Endor.
Yeah, that
look.
Endor look. I think I'm gonna go windswept with the hair, holding the helmet in hand. You won't see the saber underneath, but I'll have it under him, and I may or may not choose to use the blaster on him.
Yeah,
but then
it's a Tatooine era blaster. He uses that on
yeah,
like that's
yeah.
not the standard blaster
But
you carry.
Also, I'm going to put him back up here, and we're going to do another close-up. One bit of the outfit that we may not have talked about because we jumped into Tread Watch. If we pan down and get a real close-up on the boots.
The little booties.
They're actually a little scuffed and dull in the front.
Oh, that's the second thing you've described as scuffed and dull. I'm the first.
There we go. I'm like, but I loved waiting for it.
Oh,
I liked
we got there.
But just again, another attention to detail.
Yeah, this piece is incredibly attentive.
Yes.
Like it's a quality piece in that the amount of effort going into paying attention to the source material is great, and sort of the addition of the deleted scene stuff, the goggles and the Sandstorm. I probably would do a pose with the goggles for a while. My problem is that I'm very forgetful. So I'd be like, oh, that's right. 2 years ago, I put him in the pose with the
goggles on.
And I take him off. I'm like, oh, maybe I should have moved that faster.
Little intense version.
Yeah. He's like, I don't like what's going on over there.
Yeah, he's looks over at you and he's like, oh my goodness,
Oh,
what
hey,
is-
man.
what's with you?
What's going on? Hey man, how you doing? All right? You okay?
But he's great. I mean, if you don't have a Jedi Luke, I would say this is the one. I like having, even if you go, well, I don't know about the Sandstorm thing. You are getting the two other ones. You're getting the Endor. You're getting Endor. You're getting this particular scene, which he has quite a bit of time in this outfit. You do have, and this was one I was wondering if they were
You have
gonna
the second half of the movie. You have Endor. You have Death Star 2.
Yep, that I could do the front down. Okay, I wasn't sure because we didn't in the promo photos that we saw of this figure. With this one here, it didn't have it like that.
You know,
I wasn't sure.
I was gonna ask, but I was like,
I wasn't
wonder if
sure.
Guy's gonna be able to figure this
I wasn't
out.
sure if that was going to be there or
Seems
not.
like something easy enough to do.
Yes. Yep. That why would you not?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you do it? So. But, folks, there you have the deluxe Luke Skywalker.
There he is.
From Hot Toys.
The Hot Toys.
Deleted scenes and all.
Deleted scene Luke Skywalker. You see there, you can check it out at side.show/Unseal Skywalker. And you can get even more information, maybe all the technical stuff that myself, Bree, or Guy did not bring to the table.
Yes.
But yeah, this is an impressive piece. I'm very excited that we got to do this. Even all the way down to the box, I was really... That sticker on the box gave me this weird, like, excitement. Because remember when the Star Wars, the old action figures would have a sticker like,
yes,
you can get an Emperor toy.
Yeah, mail away for this one.
Get an Anakin. I wish we did.
Yeah, don't we all wish we did that now? If there, and Bree, you're going to help me out on this. If there is a question that we didn't get to today that you have, we're going to set up a link.
Yes, if you are not in the Facebook group, please join the Facebook group, Let Your Geek Side Show. And I'll post in there a space where if you have any questions after the fact or that we didn't get answered, you can comment your questions under my post, and Guy will comment.
And I will go back and try and cover them as best I can. They'll be on this figure, and then we'll try and do it with the other ones as well, and moving forward. So.
Guy will friend request you, and then request personal information, credit card number, social security,
just your
stuff
basics.
like that.
Just
your
basics.
Standard sideshow stuff.
Exactly.
I'm so excited we got to do this piece. Return of the Jedi was such a massive part of my childhood. I don't know about the rest of you guys. But obviously. It was so huge. All the parts in here, all the stuff that they brought to the table on this piece, Hot Toys knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked on that. So thank you all so much for watching that with us. Thank you, Bree, on the 1s and 2s, taking all those questions, comments, and concerns. Thank you to Guy, my 6th scale expert, for going through all the bells and whistles of this piece. And thank you for watching. We are a regular show weekly, pretty much every single Monday. So don't be afraid to check us out again. Sideshow has a lot of really awesome content, so make sure you check that out. Facebook group, Let Your Geek Side Show. If you're on YouTube, hit subscribe and smash that notifications bell so you know when stuff is getting put up there, because a lot of cool stuff is coming your way. I feel like I've covered everything. I feel like I got it. I feel like I'm personally knocking it out of the park. That being said, thank you all so much for watching again. We really appreciate it. Again, we don't have a show without you watching. So that's all I have to say. And don't forget to let your geek side show.
Hey, did you like that video? Be sure to subscribe by clicking the S icon on your screen and click that bell icon to be notified whenever a new video is posted. If you'd like more info on the items featured in this video, click the link provided under Product Info. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to let your geek side show.